Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Mini Pendant called the Henry, and this is going to be the one with the glass shade, and it is the 184253. Let's get into details. This is going to be the one that is 9.2 inches in diameter. There is a larger one. Technically, it's an outdoor fixture, but you'll see it on our kitchen pendants page kind of near the bottom there. That one comes in about 14 inches. If you have questions on that one, you can always drop us a quick email or a call and I can walk you through it. This is the one where the body of the fixture, which is going to be independent of the rods, is 7.3 inches high and 9.2 inches in diameter. When you put all these rods together to get them to where you want to go, now you have an overall height. Now we're measuring bottom of fixture, bottom of glass, to the actual ceiling itself. 9.7 at its shortest and 54.7 at its longest. If you need this to be longer than the long, so you need it to be longer than 54.7, drop me a quick email. Let me know what you're looking for, a solid number, so you're going to say 86, 112, something like that. I'm going to take your email, take it from me to Hubbardton Forge. It's going to go into the customs department and engineering, come back to me with an answer. It'll add a little time and money, but we do customs every day. It's not a big deal. So this starts off at 9.7 inches, which makes it basically a semi-flush, which I think is great. So you can use this in all kinds of cool applications. You can use it in a foyer, in a laundry room, in a stairway, in a bathroom, all kinds of places. If you want to use this over a kitchen island, I generally would have the bottom of those glass shades anywhere from 30 inches to 36 inches over the island. On this specific fixture, especially if I'm going to be getting clear glass, I might want to have it a little higher. So I might want to even go 35 to 38 inches over the island, so I'm not looking directly into clear glass and looking at a light bulb. I think this fixture specifically works great higher. So that's just me. Anyway, how Hubbardton Forge is doing all this is it has a system of these interconnecting rods, and you can see them in the picture next to me, where you're going to have the pipes themselves, which have threading on both ends, and then you have these little connectors that have threading on the ends too. When you put them all together, it becomes a nice, clean, seamless look. You're going to get 3 pieces of the 12-inch. You're going to get 1 6 and 1 3. And you just kind of use them together to get to a combination to get to the height that you guys are looking for overall. How we put these together, basically, and a good little trick to do, is put down a couple towels on a counter, a kitchen counter. Lay out all the parts that you already know that you're going to use. So let's say you're going to use a 12 and a 6 and a 3. And then you're going to have the body of the fixture, which is going to be the piece before the glass. And we'll put the glass on at the very end of the whole thing once it's up. But you're going to put the fixture body, that's going to be the part of the socket down, and then all the little parts, and then the canopy you're going to have at the very end. Lay them out on this towel and then just slowly snake the wire through each piece. So you're going to go through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and you're finally going to end up coming out of this part here, the canopy. Then you're going to just screw them all together, and it's going to make it super easy to do that. A way to show you more information about that, we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over this way in the middle of the page. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you great information there. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how all these things go together. It's going to show you some line drawings of the inside of the canopy, how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. It's not very heavy at all, so it'll just hang from a regular box. This is a 5.5 inch diameter canopy. This is a 4-inch J box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. This is slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right here built into the top of this that allows it to be slope ceiling just like that without any customization, so we got you covered there. Okay, so let's kind of move on from there and let's talk about glass again for a sec. You've got 2 options here. You're going to have the clear glass, the ZM glass they call it, and then the other one is going to be the frosted glass. So those are your 2 options for glass on this. Inside of this, for a socket, you're going to be using a medium base socket, which is the bigger one we all grew up with, extremely user-friendly. And you can put in anything you want, up to a 100-watt incandescent bulb for a bulb. A lot of people tend to like the cool kind of Edison look in this, pointing down. Has kind of a retro look going on, but if you don't want to go here, if you still want somewhat of that look, there's lots of these phosphorus LEDs out there that are clear and have the little phosphorus filaments inside. And when you get into that, again, the only limitation is 100 watts for the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. But when you get into LED, there is no limit because they don't generate much heat at all. Your limit is what can I get into the shade, and the shade is a big cone, so you can get everything into the shade. So I guess most of you guys would probably max out at something this size, but this little guy here will throw quite a bit of light. And these come in all kinds of different wattage equivalents. So you can find all these things at your local hardware store when you go look at them, the Ace Hardware or Home Depot or Amazon.com, any of those things. And it's up to you as far as the wattage equivalent. I would probably go for a 100 watt or a 75 or a 60 watt equivalent LED, and just make sure it's a dimmable LED, because this is a dimmable fixture without any problem at all. And the other thing is I talk about all the time is the color of light coming out of fixtures. So 2700 Kelvin is super yellow light, like a setting sun. There's not a lot of those out there as far as what's available now. The light bulb industry is kind of moving toward 3000 Kelvin as a warm white standard. That's the light coming down in my hands. So a lot of people think this is incandescent light when they come to the showroom. They have no idea that these are actually LEDs. 3000K is what I like and what I would recommend you guys getting. If you guys like daylight, so daylight's a big misnomer. People think it's a warm setting sun. Daylight in the LED world is a hospital waiting room blue light, and there's some people that like that. I'm not one of them, but it does exist, and it's tricky when you're looking at the bulbs. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What I like is that 3,000 Kelvin dimmable LED. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.